Hey there, it's Keely and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome. So today we're touring the vault that I made, inspired by the Fallout TV show and the other video games. So here's the external area of the vault. You can see our landscape here, really rocky and Chestnut Ridge here in The Sims. And we've got lots of broken down decor and items here. So if we go in here, we'll take a tour through here. All right, so you can see we've got lots of trash, we've got some trains, of course a billboard, more trash back in here and waste, and even like a little hidden like cabin back here, which you can see in, and there's even more trash that I kind of put in there. More trash and vehicles that are broken down, of course. Lots of little details with debug items that I kind of tried to put in here, as you can see. So now if we go into the actual building part of it, we'll go through here, and here it's this teeny little shed kind of in here. So we're just going to go right inside, and as you can see there's a little staircase down into the actual vault. So we'll go take a look there next, and I'll catch up with you once we get on that floor. So here we are. The actual main level of the vault. As you can see, we've got some entrances going on here, but you can't go in that entrance, and then some back walls here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this entrance first. So if we go in here, we've got some mailboxes and these windows here, which you'll see in a second. Don't look like windows, but they are, because if you go in this other entrance, like when we came through here, the one that's blocked off, you can only access from the vault. This is our security room. So you can see it's got a lot of items from Get to Work, of course our terminals, and lots of filing cabinets, and some fans, and some bobbleheads, at least, you know, fake bobbleheads like I tried to make there. But yeah, lots of items in there. So if we go back in here, this is the main vault door with some cameras that you can close to get in. And here's the main area. So we've got lots of promotional posters and different storage cabinets and things like that. And this is the main area of the vault, as you can see. Nice and dark and dingy, as you'd expect. So we've got some like hobby items here, a nice little overlook, and we'll get down there in a second. So we walk across this main promenade in here. You can look over here and see that we have got a nice little barber shop and like salon area in here, so you can get your makeup done, your hair done, try on some outfits, all that kind of jazz in here. Super nice. So that's this room. Then if we go out, we came in back there, so if we keep going, this is our bathroom here, so we can go in here. Pretty standard, you know, Fallout type of bathroom. All the stalls are actually open this time. But yeah, nothing too crazy in there. If we go out into our next room, a lot of these items, as you can tell, are Get to Work items. So if you want to download this off the gallery, you can. Just make sure you have Get to Work. So as you can see, here's our little like depot store area. So you can buy all your common like equipment you may need, repair stuff, all those different board games, bobbleheads, wine, you know, everything. Books, clothing, food, comic books, toy cars, any kind of junk you may need. Of course, we've got some Abraxo cleaner over here, some fans, some sugar bombs, you name it, we got it. Tissues, all that kind of jazz. Alright, so that was this room here. If we keep going across the hall, we'll go down here, and this is the classroom. So as you can see, we've got some signs and some items for kids out here. So if we go inside the classroom, we've got a nice teacher desk, some places to sit and learn, some desks, and, you know, all the necessary equipment you may need as a kid. Alright, so let's head back out. We will go down this staircase over here. So if we go down this staircase, it's going to take me a minute to get the controls right on this. There we go. That worked pretty good, I'd like to think. Although this looks like it's floating. It's a little bit frightening looking. Anyways. Yeah, okay. Here's the next floor, as you can see here. So we got a little sitting area here, and then this is our little dining space down here. So most of the vaults, like from the TV show, have like their own kitchen in-house, but due to, you know, the Sims nature of this, I made a huge dining hall with a major kitchen. Of course, we've got lots of melons, sugar bombs, fruit that may or may not have radiation. You have to figure that out for yourself. You know, like a little eating station, plates, all that kind of stuff. Of course, we've got a globe for you to collect and some jukeboxes and a bar area. So here's our main kitchen back in here. Alright, so yeah, so here's the main kitchen area. As you can see, a huge area, lots of space to cook and prepare anything you could possibly need in here. So we'll go back out, and this time we will go across the hall into this room here. So this is our like radio and arts area, so like a radio station, kind of like from Fallout Shelter, the app. So we've got lots of arts equipment in here, you know, and then I imagine this was like kind of our like radio station in here with our little satellite dish thing. Okay, next spot we go past our sitting room, and we'll go over here next. So we got some more things for some Sims to hang out, and then here we have our beach. So since you can't actually have a beach, I swear I put a ceiling on this. It might be the next room over. But yeah, so as you can see, we've got a lovely pool. And I'll probably add, maybe I'll add like a ceiling to this, so then it looks even more realistic. But you know, we've got the sand, the pool, you know, try to make your Sims feel at home. If we go down here, the other room I'm thinking of, this is our gardening area. Yeah, I wish it matched, but there's the ceiling tiles, so we can do lots of farming in here. This is the farm area with the hydroponics, gardening, and telescope. Lots of places to grow the food that the dwellers actually eat. So if we go out of here, we'll go back into this space here, and you can see we have more storage areas, of course, lots of junk. And if we head over to, let's go over here next. This is a really fun one. We'll go in here. This is the bowling alley. So of course, because everything is like 60s themed, I had to do a bowling alley since I have bowling night stuff in The Sims. So yeah, your Sims can come in here and just live their life, you know? Get some bowling trophies, live it up. Just because you live in a vault doesn't mean it has to be boring. But yeah, so there's that. There's a couple other items around here. And then as you can see from the signs, we've got some more equipment downstairs. As you can see from this little like overhang here, which we'll get to in a second. But first we'll go over here to our medical area. So if you walk in here, here's the doctor's office / medical area. Of course, more bobbleheads and more globes. Terminals with plenty of things for you to read on them. And different radios and beds for the dwellers. If we go in here, this is like another little medical room in here. I kind of made this with the one vault from Fallout 4 in mind. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Vault 81. But yeah, so I kind of had that in mind when I made this one. More terminals, of course. So if we go back out of the hospital area, and we go back down here, I don't know what's going on with the ceiling here. I wonder why it looks like that. I'll have to figure that out. We'll ignore that for now. So you're probably thinking, you know, let's go back over here. You're probably thinking, well, what about the overseer's office? Because, you know, if you go up here, you can see the circle window that's common in a lot of the other vaults. And you might think, okay, but like, how do we get there? Well, let me show you. So if we'll go down here to this main floor, and then we go in here, wow, this is really distorted. Excuse my poor camera skills. Okay, here we go. So if we go in here, we get to a nice little like waiting reception area. And then if we keep going through here, we've got our bathroom on this level. Nothing too crazy, just your standard type of bathroom. You know, nothing too wild. We've got some like showers if you needed that are accessible here. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Alright, so we go back out this door. I forgot that I connected this in here. We'll come back to that though. But yeah, so if you go in here, this is the little office that heads up to the overseer's office. So if we go back up here, and go up here, here's the overseer's office, and there's that window. Of course, everything you'd expect from an overseer's office. I even used eco lifestyle debug items to get these like vintage looking TVs, and then now you can see out into the vault. Alright, so if we go into the actual like living quarters, that's in here. Nothing too crazy or fancy since, you know, you already had that open space. And then there's a bathroom that's attached. But yeah, I didn't put a kitchen space in since there's the huge dining space down there. But yeah, so that's how you get to the overseer's office. So if we go back down here, we'll go out this room. And now we'll go over here. As you can see, it's a gym. So let's go on into the gym. So inside it's got all of your state-of-the-art facilities that you may need, treadmills, you know, all that kind of stuff, some music. You can even have like a little dance party down here. We've got some more equipment and, you know, a little cheerleading area, a little bit of boxing, a little bit of weightlifting, you name it, we got it. So if we go back in here, this is the other access point to this bathroom. These are like the little locker rooms that we looked at previously that also connect to the overseer's like downstairs reception office. Alright, so now if we go out of here, one of the most important things we haven't looked at yet is the dweller's living space. So if we go through either of these two doors, which is what they both connect to in the same room as you can see here, this goes up to the dweller's room. So you can't actually access the living quarters of the vault unless you go through this door here. So this takes you up to all of the different living quarters in the vault. So one of our first living quarters is here. This is like a family style room that I put together, or a family style like apartment. So we've got a full kitchen in this one. I would imagine that this would do really well with the for rent pack, but I didn't want to make it exclusively as an apartment if you didn't have that pack. So this would be a great place to put this room and these two doors connected, also within the same unit. You can see we have all the, you know, TV, little picture, and kind of all the other things. I tried to make it kind of somewhat like the rooms in the vaults, you know, the laminate flooring, which I kind of modeled after Vault 33 from the TV show. So if we go through this first door here, this is the master bedroom. So you can see nothing too crazy, just your bare necessities. And then we go through here, since it's a family unit, there's also a nursery in here for a toddler and for an infant. And then you could upgrade this to a kid's room if you needed. Since we don't have a lot of space, you know, I had to be kind of economical with how I used it. And here's our full bathroom. So since, you know, a child would live in here, I had to go ahead and give the full tub, shower combo, and a toddler potty. If we go back out into the living space, like walk-through area, we'll go to the next room. And I couldn't put mailboxes inside, like in Vault 33, so I put these little signs on the wall underneath the lights there to kind of give the idea of like giving a number of the room. Here's our next room. So this is for a single dweller or maybe two dwellers that live together in like an apartment style as well. So we've got this teal theme going on here, and I really liked how this room turned out. So we've got a little mini kitchenette back here, as you can see, and then there's a connected bathroom. Nothing too drastically crazy in there. Pretty simple and to the point. In our next room, we've got another like single dweller type room. So the last one could hold two dwellers. This one is for one dweller only. And as you can see, it has all the things you may need. You know, we've got some bobbleheads, my fake bobbleheads, as you can see in that little shelf there. You know, a computer, somewhere to sleep, a mini kitchen, and a bathroom that is also connected in here. And then if we go back out, our next room is over here. So this one's a little bit different. So this is like a teen kind of idea. So maybe like a teen dweller lives by themselves. Maybe they moved out of their like family's room. Maybe, you know, they're just finishing up high school and they want to have their own room. Maybe they're in the chess club or something within Logic, you know. And then of course they've got their own connected bathroom in here. And then our last actual living quarter is in this room here. So this is another two-person dweller room where we've got everything kind of in a studio apartment. Same kind of jazz as before, you know, a terminal. We've got a computer, of course, a fan, a little mini kitchen, somewhere to sit, and a connected bathroom. Pretty standard state-of-the-art type of stuff for a vault, you know, in The Sims. At least how I imagine it to be. But yeah, so that is how you do that and check out your dweller's living quarters. Now, let's just say, you know, that wasn't enough for you and you want to check out what else the vault has to offer. Well, let me tell you, there's a little bit more. So as you can see, there's like extra equipment and stuff downstairs. So I tried to make like a boiler room type of idea. So that's what this is. You can see that this is the furthest floor down. There is no floor that goes further. And these walls here, if you have city living, as you can tell that these are just not actual rooms, but they kind of give the illusion that they are here on the right and the left. So if we go into our like secure area down here, this is where all the vault secrets are hidden, you know? Whatever this vault's mysteries and bad misfortunes are. But yeah, so we've got lots of other stuff from Get to Work here, you know, different robotics equipment, of course another terminal, and little items I thought that, you know, would liken themselves nicely to The Sims adaptation at least. So if we go in this like locked area here, like in a lot of the buildings you can find, we've got lots of like boiler type room equipment. Like, you know, I imagine the water chip would be in here and it would totally go bad like it does everywhere else. You know, all your power generator, your reactor core, whatever the heck you got going on in here. It's down here. This is where you need to do your repairs and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, so overall, I was pretty happy with how this turned out. It took so long, so I really hope you guys enjoy because this, whoa, that's my poor camera abilities, bear with me. This took so long to build. Like, this is such a huge building, you know, to say the least. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, so that's kind of all the rooms that are mainly in here. And I'll fix that ceiling thing. I'm gonna figure out what that is. But yeah, so I tried to be kind of crafty with some of the walkways, like to the overseer's office and to the actual dwellers' rooms, you know, in case that someone tried to attack your vault, you know, you wouldn't be completely defenseless. But yeah, so there's a nice overview of the vault. I hope you guys liked it. Feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, ideas of what you thought about this build or other builds you'd like me to make in the future. I would love to hear all about it. So as we exit the vault, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye!